YouTube, what is good? It's your boy, Ibrahim, back in the place to be. I would like to introduce you to the No News, Just Facts podcast, episode 87. And let me turn this down. So anyways, before I get into everything that's going on, how is everybody out there? Hopefully everybody is good. Hopefully the energy is good. As we are closing April and going into May, I just want to get into the opening message really fast, if you don't mind me doing so. I want to go into talking about destiny and making it a priority, and also the effects of killing your purpose and also dealing with sacrifice. So right off the bat, making your destiny a priority means that you are taking the necessary steps to pursue the life that you desire. It requires focus, determination, and a willingness to take risks. Your destiny is not something that will simply just fall into your lap. It is something that you must actively work towards achieving. By making your destiny a priority, you are committing to a life of purpose and fulfillment. But if you do not prioritize destiny, you may find yourself feeling unfulfilled or stuck in a job or situation that does not align with your true desires. Killing your purpose means giving up on the things that truly matter to you. It means settling for a life that is less than what you are capable of achieving. You're destroying your potential just to stay at said job just because you got this little mini thing here and that little mini thing there. All of it is miniature to what your potential can be. When you kill your purpose, you are essentially giving up on your dreams and resigning yourself to a life that lacks meaning and fulfillment. Sacrifices are often necessary when pursuing your destiny. These sacrifices may include financial sacrifices, time sacrifices, or even sacrificing relationships, which I know is a hard one because it's people that you've been down with since you ain't have no money, since you ain't have no car, since you didn't have a house, or whatever the circumstance may be. Sacrifices can be difficult, but they often are necessary to achieve your goal. It is important to remember that sacrifices are not the same thing as giving up on your purpose. Sacrifices are temporary and can help you achieve your long-term goal. When making sacrifices, it is important to stay focused on your goals and remind yourself of the bigger picture. You know, every time and this is just the truth, and this is what has happened with me, every single time I get closer with God, every single time I get closer to understanding and like distracting myself and working on my purpose, that's when distraction starts to like ring its ugly little head in my way. Whether it be something at your job, whether it be something with your relationship that you are supposed to be sacrificing, those distractions can come. When it can be easy to become discouraged when making sacrifices, but remember that these sacrifices are a part of the journey towards achieving your destiny. Dealing with sacrifices requires a certain level of resilience and determination. You must be willing to push through difficult times and stay committed to your goal. Sacrifices can also help you develop important skills such as discipline, perseverance, and determination. When making sacrifices, it is important to maintain a positive attitude and focus on the opportunities that are being created. Now, this is the part that gets me, because like one of my secrets is that I'm a very angry person. You might not see it now, but I like to suppress a lot of anger, and it comes out in different ways. And staying positive is something that has been like a challenge for me. But I think I'm doing better as best as I can. You know, I never wanna. It's very hard because the job I do is like a public service type of job, so it's like I have to deal with people who are just crazy out of their mind. They just want to mess with you and call you all types of names and this and that and the third. Like, you know, you just have to like try your best at the end of the day. You know, just remember that so the stuff that happens somewhere is not going to follow you home. The stuff that happens somewhere. It is also important to take care of yourself when making sacrifices. This means getting enough rest, eating well, and taking time to relax and recharge. I understand that also is a very difficult thing to do, because when you want to like actually, you know, chase your purpose, it can require you sacrificing sleep. You know, I mean, I like sleep like the next person, but when it comes to something I really want to like put my all into, I'm gonna have to like sacrifice sleep, because we are talking about sacrifices and knowing your purpose and everything like that. But sleep is gonna be something that you're gonna have to sacrifice. Heck, eating is something you're gonna have to sacrifice, because it's like if you decide to eat and stray away from focusing on your purpose, you'll probably lose out on something. So it's like, yeah, when making sacrifices, it is important to communicate with those around you. This can help you maintain strong relationships and ensure that everyone is on the same page. So while you're sacrificing relationships, keep those important relationships and just let those people know that, hey, you probably won't see me for a while, because I just gotta focus on something, and to get to that level of focus, it requires all of my attention, and I just hope you understand. And if you can't if they can't understand, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be, right? It is also important to recognize when sacrifices are no longer necessary. If a sacrifice is causing more harm than good, it may be time to reevaluate your approach. Just like I said before, if a person who is your boyfriend or girlfriend or just your friend in general can't understand what you need to do to get to where you need to be, then they must not be meant to be, you know? Your destiny is unique to you. It is important to focus on your own goals and desires rather than comparing yourself to others. I'm guilty of doing this one, because I like to it's terrible because I'm working on it, but I do kind of like go and look at like people's subscribers and how many videos they have, and just like think like, this person put up this amount of videos in 2 weeks. How can I, up my level to like get in that same space of putting out as many videos as possible, or putting out, as many short clips as possible on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I shouldn't be doing that. I should just work at my own pace and just do what's comfortable for me, because at the end of the day, people are going to gravitate to my content, I feel like, in the same. So don't compare yourself to people. Just do it the way your energy sees fit. Do it the way God sees fit for you to do it, Just do it that way. Don't compare yourself to people. Don't compare your numbers. Don't compare anything. When pursuing your destiny, it is important to remain flexible and adaptable. Your goals may change over time, and it is important to be open to new opportunities. That means you have to have an open mind. Have an open mind on things. When you're focused on a purpose, have an open mind. you not having an open mind may destroy your chances of getting closer and closer to an open door, because you're gonna have points and times where the door shuts in your face about 25,000 times, and then on the 26th it could be in your favor. Your destiny may require you to step outside your comfort zone. This can be challenging, but often it is necessary to achieve your goals. It is important to have a clear vision of what you want to achieve. This can help you stay focused and motivated during difficult times. Visualizing your goals can also help you overcome obstacles and stay committed to your purpose. It is important to have a plan for achieving goals. This plan should include specific actions that you can take to move towards your desired goals. Now, when you make sacrifices, you also have to have a plan of action, because it's one thing to say, I have faith, I believe in God. It's another thing to say, it's my destiny to be here, and manifesting that, so on and so forth. But if you're just sitting on your hands and your feet, then you don't want to get there like you say you want to get there. So just have a plan of action. Plan of action is really good. Plan of action. Like, tell yourself, and like, it's good to like write down things and just set things in motion. Because at the end of it all, it's all God, so He knows where you're going to be in 6 months. He knows where you're going to be in 2 years. So just give it all to God. Stop worrying, stop being in fear, and just give it all to God. It is also important to have a support system when pursuing your destiny. This can include family, friends, mentors, and coaches. I already talked about that. Your support system can provide encouragement, guidance, and accountability as you work towards your goals. It is important to celebrate your successes along the way. This can help you stay motivated and focus on your goals. I would say that, like, don't celebrate your successes. Me personally, when I get to wherever I need to be, wherever God places me, wherever His gift puts me, I kind of want to just stay prayed up, keep on focusing. And I might do that. I might celebrate the success in private, but I know that, like, there's always something I need to, there's always something I need to do to like better myself. So in that regard, I'll just do my best to just continue working, stay on my pivot, stay on one accord, because these distractions out here is what really would, like, throw me off of where I am, So I just wanted to open with that, and we will be moving on to the very next thing, and let's just see what's going on, man. I'll be give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have lost a television icon. Now, if you don't know or have been sleeping under a rock, television personality Jerry Springer passed away today. I can give you a little history if you would like about who Jerry Springer was. Jerry Springer is an American television presenter, former politician, and actor who is best known for the Jerry Springer Show, a daytime talk show that aired from 1991 to 28. Born February 13th, 1944 in London, England, Springer grew up in Queens, New York, and went on to attend Tulane University and Northwestern University School of Law. Springer first entered politics in the 1970s, serving as a councilman and later as the mayor of Cincinnati, Ohio, from 1977 to 1978. After leaving politics, Springer began a career in television, working as a news anchor and political commentator before launching the Jerry Springer Show in 1991. The Springer Show quickly became known for its controversial and often sensational topics, including cheating spouses, love triangles, and outlandish guests who often engaged in physical altercations. Despite the show's criticism for its content, it became a ratings success, with Springer earning a reported $30 million per year at the height of the show's popularity. Springer also made several appearances in films and television shows, including Austin Powers and Dancing with the Stars. In addition to his entertainment career, Springer has remained active in politics and social justice issues, serving as a commentator and advocate for progressive causes. Of course, up until now, when you're in these years, of course, Jerry Springer was actually still on television. I believe he was doing like the judge. He was a judge. He was a TV judge. And so I believe he was going to do more episodes of the Jerry Springer Show after doing the judge show, I believe. But yeah, it's so sad, man, that man, I feel like I grew up with his the Jerry Springer Show. I might have been like a baby in the 90s when his show was around, but I mean, I do kind of vividly remember when I was like young, like when I was in elementary school watching the Jerry Springer Show. Like if I would like end up staying at home for a reason of maybe I was sick or I missed the bus and my mom had to go to work and she couldn't take me, I would be at home watching one of two programs. That's Maury or Jerry Springer. It's crazy. He achieved so much in the amount of time that he was given to be on this earth, you know? For real, rest in peace to Jerry Springer, man. TV icon, TV legend. He is responsible for, he's the reason why talk shows had like such longevity as with trash television. You know, that's no disrespect or anything like that, but they were good at that. The Jerry Springer Show was good at that. And Jerry Springer walked so all the television shows on all the reality television shows could run on VH1, and all the trash reality shows on Zeus could fly as well. So shout out to this man, bro. He's none of those reality shows can do what Jerry Springer did, bro. Seriously. It's a format that will never be duplicated again in talk show history. All right, now keeping up with what has been going on in the world. So today as well, Carolyn Bryant, the woman who accused Emmett Till nearly 70 years ago, has passed at 88 years of age. If you don't know the story, I can give you a brief little rundown if you would like. While we're here, I might as well just do it for you. If you're not aware, Emmett Till was a 14-year-old African-American boy who was brutally unalived in Mississippi in 1955. After he was accused of whistling at a white woman named Carolyn Bryant, the case became a symbol of injustice, violence, and a race problem of the Jim Crow era in the United States. Till was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, but in August of 1955, he went to visit relatives in Money, Mississippi. On August 24th, 1955, Till and a group of other African American boys went to a grocery store owned by Carolyn Bryant and her husband, Roy. According to reports, Till allegedly whistled at Bryant, which was a common way of expressing admiration at the time. This act was seen as a major violation of strict racial code of the South, which dictated that African Americans were not allowed to show any kind of sexual interest in white people. A few days later, on August 28th, 1955, Roy Bryant and his half-brother, J.W. Milliam, came to Till's great-uncle's house where Till was staying, kidnapped him, and brutally beat him. Then they in the head and threw his body into a river. Till's body was discovered 3 days later, and his mother, Mamie Till Mobley, made the decision to have an open casket funeral so that the world could see the horrific violence that had been inflicted on her son. The images of Till's mutilated body circulated widely and helped galvanize the civil rights movement. Carolyn Bryant, the woman who accused Till of whistling, testified at trial of Bryant and Milliam, but her testimony was later revealed to be false. In 2017, it was revealed that Bryant had admitted to fabricating the story that Till had made sexual advances towards her. The trial of Bryant and Milliam was highly publicized and ended in their acquittal by an all-white jury. However, in 2017, it was revealed that Carolyn Bryant had admitted, of course, like I said before, in an interview that she had lied. The murder of Emmett Till is considered a pivotal moment in the civil rights movement. The crazy part about all of that is that at the end of this, Emmett Till's family was failed by America, by each and every administration after all of it, all the things that had happened. Think about how many presidents there have been since the incident has happened, in which a young boy was just taken so brutally. And then the fact that this woman, her husband, and the husband's half-brother were all acquitted and got to live their lives quietly. Meanwhile, the 14-year-old boy, his family, unsolved, like nothing at all. And place where they live failed them. Emmett Till's family was not given the redemption that they had hoped for and had been fighting for so many years. Like, and I don't know, man, like, some people on the internet are celebrating, oh, she's burning in hell with her husband and the half brother, and it's like, okay, she passed away, but what does that do? Nothing. It does nothing. Like, it doesn't help in any way. I don't know. I don't even know what to say on that. Like, it's just, you know, just let the afterlife deal with them, I guess. That's the best I can say. Just let the afterlife deal with it. Let whatever happens in the afterlife happen for her or whatever. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say, because I mean, the whole entire situation is sad for Emmett Till's family, bro. Ain't no telling what Emmett Till could have been if he was still here with us today. Man could have had a whole family. Man could have had a whole wife and kids, man. Like, okay, so Trey Sellers speaks after facing backlash for buying food and taking homeless man food, even though it was just a skit. This is going viral, so let's see what's to it.
get you in this video? Can we get you in the skit? He said yes. Everything was scripted. It was a fake video. I'm not going to apologize because you guys don't like my fake video. The same people getting mad are the same people who were mad at the Jeffrey Dahmer actor who played him in the series. There is no reason to be sending me death threats, getting upset, sending me hate over a skit. Just because you didn't like the skit doesn't mean you got to hate me. It's that simple. I don't know what else y'all want to hear. I don't know what else y'all wanted me to explain. It was a skit. It was a scripted video. We went back and got him food. We said, bro, but when we come back, walk away. He left as we told him to. We already gave him food ahead of time. We already gave him food after.
All right, so we're going to see what's going on with the video.
Homeless population in the United States. And today it's my job to make sure there's one less hungry person on the streets. Hey, excuse me, sir. Hey, I was wondering, are you hungry by any chance, man? All right, man, I got you. Would you like a bacon, fries, drinks?
Before I go on with the video, this is exactly what I don't like. I hate it when people decide they want to just record homeless people or less fortunate people. What is the point of that, bro? Like, what gratification do you get from recording somebody who you're supposed to be like doing something good, like doing a good deed for? Like, what do you gain off of recording somebody who is less fortunate than you? Like for some people, I respect it because like they want people to like help. They want people who are their subscribers to help. But for other people who just like recording for like no reason because they just want to mess with homeless people or less fortunate people, like what kind of you are a sick, twisted human being if you're recording somebody who is less fortunate and you're getting some type of instant gratification from recording that person and using them for content. What? You are a sick, sorry sucker. Seriously, if you do that.
Is that cool? All right, what's your name, man? Israel. God bless you, Israel. I got you. I'll be right back, man. One bacon combo, please. Yeah, what's up, bro? Yeah, man. I got you a Sprite, large fry, a baconator, man. I was homeless myself, so I want to make sure you get on the right path. You know, you're always able to, get back on your feet. So I want you to enjoy this.
What's the reason? I heard him say it was a skit in the previous video, but what was the point of that? Was it supposed to be funny? Because I find nothing funny about this. I don't even see where this could even be funny in any capacity. I don't get it.
This is really good. All right, take care. Have a nice day.
I don't see how it could even be funny in any sort of way. Sometimes people just don't need cameras. Sometimes people just don't need cameras. Sometimes people just don't need the internet because they go and do stuff like this. Like, I don't get it at all. And at the same point, bruh, you said that, oh, I'm not going to apologize for it. Well, I mean, why did you even put the video up? Like, what made you think that doing that would garner some type of like entertainment value? Because I don't think anybody who watches that would be saying like that was funny or that was that tickled my funny bone or something like that. So I mean, I can kind of see why people are like sending you threats like that. I mean, I think sending threats is a little too much. I mean, but you receiving hate because of the video, I can see why that would be. Honestly, I would have never, if I was a content creator and that was a video I made, I would have never even uploaded that. That probably would have been deleted the same day I made the video because something in me would have been like, I don't think we should do that. I don't think that video I just made was in good taste. It's more cringe than anything, A picture is going viral of but Robert Kelly. So Robert Kelly, an AI picture is going viral of Robert selling out in prison, selling out a show in prison. Funny part is this actually looks accurate. It's very sickly how accurate this is. Like, and this is AI. Like, man, AI is too creative, bruh. How did they get that overhead shot right there in the bottom, like right here? This little overhead shot in the bottom, right over here. Like, how did they get that, bruh? I'm dead. You know that somebody in the comments said could be a Boondocks episode. That's crazy. Low key, this could be a Boondocks episode. They could probably make Boondocks like a live action version of Boondocks without HBO. You never know. This is crazy how accurate this is. This overhead shot is the one that scares me, bro. Like, what? How did they do this right here? This right here? What the hell? I can only imagine R. Kelly having to sing for all those people in prison. He done got asked 99,000 times to sing for somebody on a phone or something like that. I bet you anything. This is crazy though. Crazy, man. Man. Crazy because that actually, and then the jacket, the prison jacket, the leather prison jacket is crazy, man. Goodness, that is hilarious to me. Hilarious, but yeah, man, that went viral, and the accuracy, like I said, the accuracy of this is just, yeah. It looks too much like him. Somebody said packed out yard equals 150 packs of noodles. He running up a smooth bag. Hilarious. Man got the orange blazer on, bro. He got the jacket. He got the sweater hoodie going. You feel me? Look at that. A blazer, bro. So this picture is also going viral. Let me see if I can zoom it out. It's so crazy. Why? I wonder why it's going viral. Let me see here. Yo, am I tripping or is dude in the picture? Like he's in another picture, or like what the hell? Why, bruh? Why is he in like the background, but she's in the foreground and his hand is in the foreground? What the hell? That is weird. Yo, that's weird. Like, how is that even possible? How are you in the background? Bruh, how are you in the background of the picture, but she in the foreground of the picture? And your hand is in the foreground of the picture, but you in the background of the picture. I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused right now. How is this even possible? Am I tripping? Hold on, man. Hold on. Bro, let me zoom in on that on here. This is weird, bro. Like, let me see real quick. Yeah, he's in the background of the picture. He in the background of the picture, but his hand is in the foreground of the picture. And his chick is in the foreground of the picture, but he in the background of the picture. That don't even make no sense. How is that even possible? That don't even make no type of sense. I'm so flabbergasted right now. Confused. Run amok. Like, I don't even get this right here. Like, who did? Like, is this Photoshopped? Like, I want to know because that is some good Photoshop. Is this AI? That's some really good Photoshop or AI if that is, because you got me fooled, right? Like, bruh, like, look at this. Bro, he is in the the background of this picture. How the hell did this even, how did they even do this? How did they even do it? And when I first seen this, I thought her hand was like, I thought she put her hand behind her back, her other hand behind her back, so it could look like it was his hand. But obviously that's his hand. I don't even know. And then like, what is that in his shirt pocket? That looked like that's either Carmex or a condom in that little shirt pocket right there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that like she put her hand behind her own back, and that's her hand behind her own back. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. Like, or maybe it's a cardboard cutout. Maybe. I'm so confused, man. Like, what the hell? How did this even? I don't even know. I don't know how to move on from this. All right, guys, we're gonna be looking at what is this? What does it say? It says them boys racked up more than 50K at the McDonald's drive-thru while taking pictures of customers' credit cards. Uh-oh. Let's see what we got going on here.
Fast food fraud ring busted. Target 8 has learned drive-thru workers at 4 Grand Rapids area McDonald's took more than just your order. 3 young men are
Michigan. Grand Rapids, Michigan?
Charged with conducting a criminal enterprise accused of copying drive-thru patrons' credit cards and racking up more than 50 grand in fraudulent purchases.
Damn it.
Target 8 investigator Susan Samples tells us McDonald's was not the defendant's only crew.
3 now former McDonald's workers, all 19 years old, all connected to an alleged criminal gang well known to the Kent County Sheriff's Department. McDonald's hired the first defendant about a year ago, around the time he was involved in a shooting that injured 2 people after a graduation at East Kentwood High School's football stadium.
It's no surprise if you get cheated out of a fry at the drive-thru, but who knew Hamburglar was made?
I mean, I thought that this like credit card thing, debit card thing or whatever was always a thing when going to like fast food restaurants. Like, be watchful of who you give your credit card to. I mean, I always thought that was actually, that's why I always keep change with me so I don't have to be using my credit card all the time. You know, because even though we do live in a world where everything is like credit card or using like Cash App or any of those different things to do transactions with. I mean, cash isn't like, the dollar is not completely dissolved. You can still use cash at certain places, like certain restaurants that are like, you know, hole in the walls and everything, where like the real good food is at, like where they don't actually use credit card, they legit take cash. Like that's when you need cash, or it's just certain places where you actually need cash.
Manning the window. Bad jokes aside, these are the 3 men who, according to the Kent County Sheriff's Department, took at least 90 pictures and videos of customers' credit cards while working drive-thrus at 4 McDonald's, 2 on 28th Street in Wyoming and Cascade Township, 1 on Baldwin in Jenison.
Why do they go to so many McDonald's though? Like, did they actually work for McDonald's? Like, damn, they worked at all different McDonald's. Did they just leave the original McDonald's and just say, hey, they transferred me here so I could help y'all? Or how did they do that?
And a 4th on Leonard Northeast in Grand Rapids. It happened over a couple months between November and mid-January.
At first, it was shock.
This woman, who didn't want to be identified, said she grabbed lunch in December at the Wyoming McDonald's, a reward for her kids' good grades. Allegedly at the window, 19-year-old Malik Ramadan, whose behavior she later recalled noticing at the time.
He took the card and he scanned it and then he set it down. And I thought at the time, okay, maybe he's taking an order of someone.
He got your card information, man. He sat the card down. He was taking all types of pictures with your card. That's it. He got your card. He got the card information. That's all.
Behind me because it happened to be at the lunch rush.
She said Ramadan handed her card back, and a few weeks later, she noticed someone used her card to charge $400 worth of fast lane groceries at the family fair on Kalamazoo near 60th.
And I have never shopped at the fast lane. So I thought,
you know, it's crazy. I'm sure that lady didn't want her face shown and everything like that, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, you don't want your face shown because you did, like, you entrusted some type of like responsibility to a fast food worker. Like, I wouldn't want to show my face either if something like that happened to me, you know. Not, you know, trying to throw dirt on the woman or nothing like that, but like, keep some cash, you know. Cash is not dead.
I wonder if they've already picked up the order.
In fact, he had already picked it up, Family Fair told her. The man on the store's surveillance, according to a detective, Malik Ramadan. Also charged in the scheme are Quanta Barnes and Shakir Abdul-Wahab, both also employed, now formerly, at McDonald's. Investigators, who said they've so far identified at least 14 victims, alleged the fast food fraud ring made more than $50,000 worth of fraudulent purchases in-store and online, including airline tickets.
I felt kind of guilty at first. I had to really think about it and pray about it, because if it had been an act of desperation, I think I would have felt different. But the amount that they shopped is greed.
The case is active, it is ongoing, and it's potential that there'll be additional victims identified as well as additional suspects.
Undersheriff Chuck DeWitt advises you to try to keep your credit card in sight as much as possible and check your bank account regularly. Like this woman, she checks hers every single morning, keeps all her receipts too, even McDonald's, because you might find that you're not loving it.
And you never, in your wildest dreams, think they're gonna steal your information. I have kids at home. This money was needed. It was grocery money and bill money.
We made contact with McDonald's corporate office, but did not hear back. While the men all had...
Of course you're not going to hear from nothing from McDonald's. What? You think McDonald's is going to say anything about this? You think this is the first time people have like frauded customers that worked at McDonald's? This is not the first time, and I'm sure this will not be the last time. And it's not only McDonald's. Jack in the Box and Wendy's, like, y'all just be careful out there. Just be careful when you're using a debit card or a credit card at a fast food establishment. It don't matter if matter of fact, not even just a fast food establishment. Your sit down restaurants, your bars, like, bro, just be careful. Just keep cash on you, bro. Keep cash. That's it. Cash ain't dead. Only reason why people don't use cash is because, you know, obviously with technology moving the way it's moving, everything is just, you know, credit card, online app transactions and things of that nature. But cash is not dead, bro. Continue to use cash. Yo, man. Reacting to man says his ex-wife who almost got locked up on a M-word charge. Let's see what's to it, bro.
Huge argument one day, and the first time I tried to leave, she ran out the house and like hit the windshield with a shovel and like shattered the windshield.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Not too long after that, we get into another argument. So I had a pistol on deck at all times, so she wouldn't grab it. Like, you're not gonna leave this time. You're gonna listen to me finish this argument. I was holding our son at the time, right? I turned to leave. She shoots me in the forearm.
No. What? She used the blicky on you while you had y'all son in y'all hand. That's craziness, man. That's a mental disability right there. You gonna clip the person you married? You gonna like aim and let one off at the person you married, and while he got y'all's kid in his hand? Like, whew, that's a heavy case of mental disability right there.
The bullet goes through my forearm and goes across his forehead. I'm looking at my son, his face is bleeding,
Jesus.
my arm's bleeding. I set my son down and I look, she's got the gun pointed at my head, bro. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready to leave. All I could do was close my eyes and all I heard was click.
Oh shit.
So she's messing with the gun. The only thing I can think of, like if I try to run, she go shoot me in the back. So I just ran towards her and just turned into a UFC maniac. Wop, wop. Yeah, I got shot when I was 20. A few months ago, I did a podcast talking about how my ex-wife shot me. A clip of that video went viral. Here it is. Now, if you know that story, you know that I was holding our 2-year-old son during an argument. My ex-wife pulled a gun on me, shot me in the forearm. The bullet went through my forearm, grazed his forehead. Then she pointed the gun at my face and squeezed the trigger, and the gun jammed. God protected me.
Oh, that's a fact.
Is that I divorced her immediately. I got custody of our son, and she did 3 years in prison. She went on with her life. I went on with mine. Quick update, she just got arrested for murdering her boyfriend. It's all over the news. A Georgia woman was arrested.
Yeah. Heavy on the mental disability. She did what to her boyfriend? Goodness. Really?
After the body of a man was found in an Alabama shallow grave. Long story short, she found out her boyfriend was cheating, shot him in the head 3 times while he was asleep. All right, here's the moral of the story. If you find out somebody is cheating on you, just leave.
Facts.
If you're in an abusive situation, just leave. And also, always stay prayed up.
That's a fact.
A few months ago, I did a podcast.
That is a factoid. I thought he looked familiar. Okay, man. I thought that, man, he looked like an actor or something like that. Okay, so this is from what I'm seeing in the comments, this is dude from the Craig Facts podcast. That's why he looked familiar. Thought I seen him before somewhere. So yeah, man, be careful who you decide to call your husband or your wife, because you could end up in a situation like this. Shout out to Charlie. I'm glad he's safe. I'm glad his child is safe, and he's been able to move on from that and learn from that situation and just progress as a man. Shout out to him. All right. Conjoined twins share a vajayjay, but only one of them has a boyfriend. Oh God, let's read this. Just read this. Like, how does that even work? Conjoined twins, 22-year-old Lupita and Carmen Andrade were born in Mexico but grew up in Connecticut, shared a pelvis, a reproductive system, a liver, and a bloodstream. They each have one leg. Carmen controls the right one. Carmen met her boyfriend on the dating app Hinge in October 2020, and she said that he set himself apart by not asking her a question about her conjoined twin to start off their conversation. I mean, how hard is it to, like, it's like they're together, so it's like you have no choice but to ask that at some point. Like, aren't they like I don't want to say the wrong thing. Are they Siamese twins, I believe? Or is it just the word conjoined? I've never heard of that before for some reason. Conjoined twins. Even though she and Daniel are dating, Carmen said they are not sexually intimate with each other. During an interview last year with Jubilee, she described their bond as a close friendship. The two have talked about getting engaged in the future, but they want to live together first. Although Lupita isn't dating Daniel, Carmen says the two get along really well. This is just one of those things you can't really explain, because how can one make one decision for themselves when they both like are in the same body? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how are you gonna say you want to get married to the guy, but you and your sister are just like together forever? Y'all are a pair. There's no way to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is such a interesting but bizarre story, because like, if I just go back to what was said here, the two have talked about getting engaged in the future. And she says they have a close friendship. Like, how does that even work? And it also says that they're not sexually active, which I get and I understand, because like at this, like, y'all both have it's one, like everything is one. Everything is one. So like I can get that aspect of it, but at the same time, yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand how that would work. Because what if the one who's with the guy decides she wants to conceive, and the other one isn't into that happening because they share a conjoined JJ? How does that work? How? All right, so I am here to basically talk about from Netflix called Beef. The show really takes you on this like roller coaster of emotion. I would say like in the beginning it's like very funny. And then towards like maybe like in the middle of all the 10 episodes, it starts to get a little bit dark. And the darkness just continues. The Beef is a new Netflix show starring Steven Yeun, Ali Wong. The show deals with two strangers whose lives interconnect after a road rage incident. The show has a lot of like characters with their own problems and storylines. Like for instance, if I could, for instance, you have Steven Yeun as Danny Cho, Ali Wong as Amy Lau, David Cho as Isaac Cho, Danny's cousin, Patty Yasutaki as Fumi Amy's mother-in-law and George's mother, Maria Bello as Jordan, a wealthy woman who heads Forrester, a home improvement store. What I also noticed about that is that in the first, Daniel is trying to take back some grills that he purchased from a hardware store that say, of course, Forrester. So that's how that is connected. But back to the review. So this is basically like a dark comedy. It's a lot of like depression between the main characters of Danny and the character of Amy Lau. The writing is natural and human, making it relatable to everyone. I will say that it says like there are like 10 episodes that are like they're like 35 minutes each, right? I believe, yeah. Let me see here, because I wrote all this stuff down. It's a well acted, well written comedy, dark comedy, in my opinion. This show is like at the end of it all, like all the things that are happening in these 10 episodes are all like drifted back to the road rage incident, which I couldn't for the life of me understand why somebody would like pick a whole fight with somebody and then let everything cataclysmically explode into different portals of just altercations because of this one incident. It's just like, I don't understand it to a certain degree. I didn't understand it to a certain degree. Like, why would somebody go this far just to get back at somebody? And this is in both Amy and this is for both Amy and Daniel's character. Why would you do so much just to get back at one another because of a road rage incident? Like, I don't get it. I didn't get it at first. The show is not formulaic and follows exactly what the story is giving. Honestly, this is a very emotional show. Like I said, it's very angry, very funny. So Danny is a failing contractor with a dysfunctional relationship with his younger brother and a chip on his shoulder. Ali Wong plays Amy Lau, as I said, who is a flawed woman who has a successful business but resents her life. Wong gives this unhinged portrayal of a successful woman who basically has everything but is like still like miserable and sad and emotional, but trying to cover it up with how happy she perceives herself to be in her life. Which is, I'm sure, a lot of people who have their own businesses and are very successful in the corporate world. Everything seems so happy. Ooh, yeah, I got all the money in the world. I have a big house. I drive a nice car. I have a very good looking family. But internally, everything is just all the building blocks are falling down. Same thing with Daniel's character. I think the opposite of his character is that he's like trying to hold everything together as a contractor, and he's just busting his ass. But it's like it's no way to feel happy when you do all you can and work as hard as you can, but you don't reach the potential of all your hard labor, basically. So he's the opposite of her in the sense that he doesn't have everything, and he has his brother with him, and he's just like holding his brother back, basically. And the thing with Amy is that she is she's holding her husband. I shouldn't even say holding her husband back. I should actually say that, like, she basically couldn't confide in him because it's like she would talk and he wouldn't even be like, George wouldn't even be really like listening like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like a scene in the show where like he was asking her what was wrong. Like, it's right after this scene right here, in which he asks her, hey, what's wrong? And he doesn't even give her that much time to assess everything that went on in the moments leading up to her making it home to him. So that should be in the words of kids today, a red flag right there. That their marriage is like basically falling apart. And that, in a sense, I was right about that. After like 2 episodes, they are in fact in therapy, and she's basically revealing that, hey, our intimacy is not it. And I'm not really feeling it as far as like me trying to open up to you, because you don't really give me, I don't feel like you care enough. And then going back to Daniel, obviously he has tried to, off himself with some grills. Crazy. All of it is just so crazy. And then not even to get on like, and then to even go further with his cousin, who's the cousin who just came home from prison and everything like that. He's hilarious. Like, I can't remember what his name was again. Go back to what his name was. Isaac Cho. His cousin, like, bro, he's hilarious in this whole entire show. I never thought I didn't think I would like this show that much. Because most of the time when it comes to like Netflix, sometimes they have shows that are just overhyped and it's just like, okay, it's just all right. It's not amazing or anything like that. But I actually liked it. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad of a show. I'd probably watch it again. Now that I have a keen sense of what's going on in the show, of course. And maybe if I go back to the show, I'll probably pick up on some other things that I actually like about it more. All right, so I am here to talk about Snowfall. I just want to tell you what I don't understand about the Snowfall ending. Not even just the Snowfall ending, just this season. Like, first of all, did all this stuff for his family and his friends, and they turned their back on him. Right? Franklin lost all these people, whether it be through just whether it be by distrust or death or jail or whatever. Right? The thing that's unrealistic to me about the ending of this show, right, is like this. In real life, drug dealers either pass away or go to jail. That's to my assumption, that's what I believe. They either go to jail or pass away. In this ending, they have losing all his money and becoming a drunkard or a wino, whichever one you want to call it, basically becoming like his father, which is unrealistic because how can you do all that stuff, dealing all those drugs that you're dealing to not only your community but possibly other communities? You also working with the CIA and or FBI. So there's no way the way it ends for him is he's a wino or a drunkard. That doesn't make any sense. Bro, y'all remember don't y'all remember the story of Rick Warshi Jr., aka White Boy Rick, who was basically henpecked by the FBI to sell narcotics, right? Look where he ended up. He ended up in jail for like 50 years. He was working with the Fed. He was working right with the Feds, and they told him what to do. So that's why I think it's not realistic to have Franklin just be a drunkard. That doesn't even make any sense. Like, bruh, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Also, what also does not make any sense is offing Teddy. This is not even talking about the finale. We're talking about the episode before the finale. That doesn't make any sense either. How you going off Teddy right before Franklin is basically about to get the money? That doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. He lied and told you that Alton was still alive, and you actually believed him. Like, I think she did it on the purpose of, like, they say she did it on the purpose of saving her family or whatever, but I don't think it really did anything. Either way, Teddy was gonna get clapped. Franklin discovers that Veronique has been working behind his back. Yeah, that was a little weird. Veronique basically flees after Franklin, like, basically chokes her in the neck. What else here? I'm sorry, y'all. I got a whole bunch of notes. Oh, I wonder, honestly, I wonder, like, I wish they could do a story on a spinoff on Gustavo, honestly, because like I want to kind of know where he like obviously he ends up somewhere else with a new identity and everything like that, but like what happens after, you know? Does he get back with his kids? You know, Leon goes back to Kenya with Wanda and then is coming back every now and then. That doesn't make any sense. Like, bro, just stop. You know, just stop dealing with the streets and just go back to Kenya. Like, they seem so happy in Kenya, bro. Like, they seem so happy in Kenya. Hopefully, with this spin-off for Wanda, I don't know why they gave Wanda a spin-off and then give Louis a spin-off. Why they ain't just give Louis a spin-off? I don't understand that. How does Wanda get a spin-off and Louis don't get a spin-off? Are they just basically trying to tell us that Louis is gonna get caught eventually? Like, is it gonna continue from 90 something when we go to Wanda's spinoff? Crazy, bro. And why? And you know what? Why it take so long for dude to find Peaches? Why did it take him so long why did it take so long for them to find Peaches? Probably could have been because dude was getting money from the dude, like was getting money from Peaches. So, however, $5 million, bro, that's, you can't find somebody who stole $5 million from you. I don't understand. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. It also says that Veronique gave birth to Franklin's child and assured him that she would raise the child proper without disclosing their whereabouts. So like Veronique literally disappeared from Franklin after the whole altercation thing. Oh yeah, you know what I thought was also sad? This one was sad. He should have just let dude go. So Franklin finds Peaches, does what he does to him, right? And he's doing his dangdest to like get like this safe open that basically has the money that Peaches had stole from Franklin. And he couldn't get a code or nothing like that. And so he gets like a mechanic to come out there and help him with the safe named Miguel. So he successfully opens the safe and all that's left in there is like $12,000. So essentially he just starts like crying and doing all this stuff. And, you know, the guy just, I think there was somebody that was there and that was asking where Peaches is. And, you know, Franklin goes out with the guy who was looking for Peaches and just shoots him dead. And then comes back and Miguel is just standing there frightened and shaking and everything and just basically tells him, hey, take the $12,000 and go. And he leaves and he's about to leave. And Franklin was like, hell nah, F that. Bang. Shoots him in the back. I mean, you should have just let Miguel go, bro. Should have just let Miguel go. But his obsession just overtook everything, man. The amount of money that he lost just like overtook him. So it's like, you know, my uncle's dead. My mom's in jail. My auntie on the run. My friend wouldn't loan me a significant amount of money so I could like get back to who I am. It's just so many like things that caused him to turn the way he became. And it was really sad that at the end of it all, when Leon went to go see him, the house was basically about to get, you know, Franklin's mom's house was about to get foreclosed. And I ain't gonna lie, that it was sad to look at that. It was sad to see Franklin just be in an emotional, drunken stupor. Like, basically, yeah, it was hard to watch that. You know, I kind of wanted to cry because I'm like, I grew with this kid. I felt like I grew watching this character, and now this is the decline of his character. He's not dead. He's not in jail. He's just abusing his body with alcohol and all of that. He said he was free. Oh man, it's almost kind of like I didn't want this show to end. I felt like there's way more that they can do, but obviously all things must come to an end, right?